Hey, this is Andrew Brown from Exam Pro, and in this follow along, we're going to learn all about imaging or managed images in the shared image gallery. This is kind of a precursor for our availability follow along because we need an image for that follow along. So I figured we'll just spend some time here learning about images. So what I want you to do is go all the way to the top and type in virtual machines. And we are going to launch ourselves a new Linux instance running Apache 2, just a default page so that we can see some kind of website there. I'm naming my resource group and the virtual machine as Wolf, and Wolf will drop this down for images here and make sure that we choose Ubuntu LTS 18.04. I'm choosing generation 2. For our size, just expand that there and choose B1LS because that's the most cost-effective one. See, it's $5.83. We'll go over to password, choose Azure user. And we'll do testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, capital on the T, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, capital on that T. For ports, we're going to want port 80 and port 22. We'll go next. We'll skip all the way over to advanced. And here we're going to put in some custom data. Now, I wanted to install Apache by default, so we'll make a shebang. That is the exclamation with the hash together. And we'll type in bin/sh. Make sure I spell that all right there. We'll type in sudo apt install Apache 2-y. So this is a bash script, and the way Cloud Init works is that you can give it a YAML file, you can give it a bash script. It's just going to look at the first line and determine what it is that you're passing in, and then it will work appropriately. This is the easiest way to get Apache installed. So we'll go ahead and go review and create. And we'll wait for our review screen to populate here, and it does our calculation. We'll scroll all the way down, hit create, and I will see you back here in a bit once this is done deploying, okay? All right, so after a short wait there, it looks like our server is ready. So we'll go to resources and make sure that it works. Now it is complaining, so I'm gonna go all the way top to virtual machines here. It's because I had a resource group earlier called Wolf, and so it's getting confused. But I'm gonna click in here into Wolf, and what we'll do is grab the public IP address and just make sure that that works, and we're all in good shape. So now that we have that, we want to make a snapshot of this page, and so that's the goal here, okay? So here, when it's open, we're gonna click on Capture. And we're going to create a new image. So we'll have it in Wolf here. And so we have the option to have it in the shared image gallery or neither. And so what I want to do is make it not in the shared image gallery and also in the shared image gallery so we can see the difference, okay? So we'll say no. And we will have it in that there. It's going to give it a name. Notice here it says zone resilience. So if you want to be able to launch this in any availability zone, you're going to have to turn this on, which we absolutely want to do. We do not want to automatically delete our virtual machine because we're going to take more than one snapshot of it, okay? So we'll hit here, we'll go hit create. And so that's going to stop the virtual machine, and we're going to get an image here soon, okay? So I guess we'll just wait until this is done. So after a short little wait here, we now actually have our managed image. So what I'm going to do is open a new tab here, and I want to make my way back over to virtual machines just because I want to show you the state of the virtual machine. So in order to create that image, it had to stop our virtual machine, okay? Which is pretty normal because you don't want your virtual machine to be in a strange state when you're creating an image. But what we'll do is we'll make our way over now to images. So if we type in images here, and now that you can create images directly here, but I always find this part a little bit hard because you kind of run out of options you have to add data disk. It gets too complicated. So a better way is just to always launch the VM and create it that way. And do they have a backup button? There it is. Okay. So here is our image. And if we wanted to create a VM from it, we just hit create VM. And what it's going to do is just pre-populate it here. Okay. So it's as simple as that. It's really not that complicated. And so what we'll do is we'll go back to our virtual machine. So I'm going to click here and just go type in virtual machine. And now let's go create an image the other way, which is via the shared gallery. So I'll hit capture again. And this time I'm going to let it create in the gallery. And automatically do the virtual machine after creating this image. Absolutely, we don't really need it after we do this here. And so we have the option between general and specialized. So general is for VMs created with this image, requires a host name, etc. Specialized does not contain all that data there. For an image definition, we'll have to create a new one. So we'll say my definition. And here we'll have to have a version number. So I'm going to go 0.0.1. And we have some information about replication. That's all fine. We'll hit review create. This sometimes is fast or it can be very, very slow. So I'm not sure how fast it will be here, but I'll see you back here in a moment when this is all done. Okay, so I've been waiting here quite a long time, but I think that it's actually already created, which is confusing because it still says in progress, but I just want to go through the motions and show you what's here. So if we go all the way to the, or sorry, if we were just to open my gallery here, and by the way, if we want to get to shared galleries, we just type in shared gallery, right? Here underneath, we have our definition, and within that, we have our versioning. And from here, we can create our VM. So if we were to create our VM from here, you're going to notice the same box, but now it's here. And so the thing is that, you know, shared image gallery is the preferred way of creating virtual machines just because of all the versioning and additional layers that you have in place. But it's really up to you on which one you want to use. But I believe that this is the preferred method. But now that we have two images, that's pretty much all there really is to this. I'm going to keep the resources around here. Probably not the virtual machine. If I make my way over to the VM, if it still has not been deleted, I'll just go delete that myself. Okay. And that might be the reason why it still says in progress, is trying to delete the VM. And so now we can proceed on to our next section or next follow-on, which will be all about availability.